Blade Silver NH95M. We're shooting Valspar today. We should call this car tin foil. Tin can of tin foil. First coat down. We are going to be using Luma base clear coat because it was on sale today. This is the LV2000 and 70 bucks for that and medium activator. Shoot, I might have to go back and get another gallon. I know it's about 64 degrees right now. It's really not that cold at all, and I've shot in the rain before, and you know, my paint job still came out pretty decent. So we are gonna lay down our clear coat tonight before we wrap it up. LV 9075 medium activator. Bro, this is only 1.5 coats. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. I am loving it. Loving it. Man. So I have enough for one more layer. There's about 1/2 cup right here. And I'm just gonna lay it down and I'm gonna let it dry throughout the night, and I'll pick back up with you guys tomorrow when it's dried. What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. You guys saw we sprayed the engine bay on the Blade Silver sedan last night, and it is dry. Took a little glimpse of it as we are walking out with my buddy Chewy and my buddy Eric. We're gonna go grab some food right now, and when we get back, we're gonna put some more work into the car. I think I want to do all the heater core stuff back into the car after. I think I'm gonna build the hydro conversion bracket for the pedal assembly, and then install all the heater stuff. I bought some foam and stuff yesterday to kind of give it some new foam after we cleaned it, and show you guys the engine bay as well too, because it looks so good with minor perfections. Because, you know, it's never a perfect paint job when it comes off my driveway specifically, granted the creek and me shooting in the middle of the night, all that fun stuff, but regardless, it looks really good. So we're gonna go grab some food real quick, and then we'll get back here in the garage. Real quick, Fasteners Inc. New month, maybe new tools. So I didn't buy anything from Fastener, but realistically I had to go take a number 2. But realistically I went over there for a portable M12 vacuum, and they didn't have it there at all. And even in their little newspaper, they didn't have it listed. The only one that they got is the bigger ones, which I didn't want to buy a bigger one because I already have a shop vac, right? So they have the bigger vacuum, these guys right here, and I didn't want to, you know, spend that kind of price, 600, 255, 185. The little M12 one is there, it's $100. I've seen it online. I can get it for like $85, right? But realistically, I went to go check out the 50% off shelf, which it's like all still the same stuff. But I took home the little newspaper just to kind of read it while I was in the bathroom, you know what I'm saying? So I was looking at the die grinder right here, and this one didn't have a price on the shelf, the one that was on display, and I looked it up right here. It's $249 for the M18 fuel braking die grinder. The other one is, it's a variable speed. This one is just one speed, I guess, and it's $249 for that die grinder. So I'm like, $249, right? So let me go ahead and look on, you know, say Google, right? Home Depot, $279. Home Depot with the battery, $329. $299 with the battery, right? And this place always has deals. So check this out. Buy one of these M18 bare tools and get one free. Bro, it's an M18 38 Impact. I can get this tool free just paying $249 for the die grinder or a 5-volt battery. But I do need a new Impact, because my Impact, mine is the M12. My Impact is kind of beat up, kind of old. Still works great, right? Still works great, still pretty strong, but I don't have the clip on the nose right here, so my socket doesn't stay. And I've already changed this thing 4 times now, right? I bought 4 kits to change it out, and for some reason it still pops off. And I haven't used this as of late. I've been using more of the Impact driver. I've been using more of the Impact driver right here, which has a shank on it, right? And you can't really use that to break anything loose like what an Impact is supposed to do. So if I was to buy that die grinder, I can get myself a free tool right here, M18, and get myself a new Impact. The battery sounds good too. This is where it catches you, like, do you need the battery more? Do you need the Impact more? Because that battery will probably run that for a cool minute. So didn't buy anything today because I was so indecisive, and plus I hadn't used the bathroom. So we're back at the pad now, just taking a little breather, and I'm gonna get started on the heater core boxes and stuff here real soon so we can put it back into the car. But let me show you guys the engine bay really quickly. We shot this last night, and man, it looks so good. Actually, let me turn off the light real quick and show. Oh no, turn the light on. I messed up in one spot, and this is my fault, and I've mentioned this before. Every time I spray and it looks good, we're ready to go, I'm always like, well, I still got extra clear coat, I want to use all of it up, and I know it's always the last one that I ruin something, right? So let me show you guys all of the good part of the engine bay. Oh my god, look at the clarity. This is Luma Base LV 2000. Dude, looks freaking shiny, feels freaking smooth, and I think I covered up most of the area. Now let me show you guys where I kind of sort of messed up. So I had a little bit of run right here, just a little bit, and then I took masking tape to kind of dab the drizzle out, and it kind of started like smoothing out, and then I went back and I bombed it some more, but I was a little close because now I'm trying to get in between here, and I created more freaking runs. You can barely see it, and honestly, a quick flat block sand and quick polish like we did on the other cars, this will be nice and shiny again. But I'm not even worried about that, dude. The rest of the engine bay looks freaking amazing. Honestly, I shot last night because the forecast said this whole week was going to be overcast, and if you guys look, what freaking overcast. I could have painted it today, but at the end of the day, I'm happy because we got it done and out of the way. It was only cloudy, what, this morning? That was it. It was only cloudy this morning, and that was it. But engine bay is painted. I'm pretty stoked. We can let this thing dry for the next couple of days, and I'm gonna get cracking on the heater core in just a moment here. All right, guys, I've been talking to Storm with my buddy Eric here, and I need to get some work done. So I bought this window seal from Home Depot, and it's funny to me because I've never actually seen them run low on inventory, so I had to get the extra large seal. This is like a little over an inch, where I usually get like 1/4 inch, right? It's a little smaller, which fits the you know, the width here perfectly, right? But because they didn't have that, I figured, you know, instead of just getting the regular large, I got XL because I can cut this in 3, right? 1, 2, 3, and I'll get, you know, triple the length for the same price. So now I got to cut this to fit the perimeter of these guys so I can put this back into the car. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So there's two 10mm in the car, and there's a 12mm right here in the firewall. I'm just gonna put a nut on there and not secure it down because it's gonna twist the paint. I believe in the back of my toolbox I have some 12mm gold hardware. Oh, that's gonna look so fresh, dude. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I should have cleaned that grommet a little bit, but I could probably do it right here. The sun's going down, guys, and we are getting attacked by the mosquitoes. I don't know if you guys can see it right here on my forehead. I got freaking bit right on my forehead, and it's like freaking getting hot. I got bit on my ear, and I'm really just trying to put this heater core back in real quick. How I heard. Bakersfield? I went to... Oh, that's one more thing I gotta do. This food didn't put the ground box. I would never fall in love again until I found her. I said I would. I got the hiccups. Holla, holla if you hear me. Now we can put this up into place. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put your hand up on my hip, no diddy. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You probably too young to hear that song.
dead on my back.
Yeah, I'm about to close it too. My elbow got bit, my ear, my forehead. This one bothers me the most right here.
That's the one area you're always
Fuck.
touching to. I'm gonna get out.
Yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight, but we'll pick back up with you guys tomorrow doing the hydro conversion for the pedal assembly. I want to get that out of the way because that is the last thing before the dashboard can go back into the car. All right, guys, so I went to go do some other things today, but we are back here in the garage. Yesterday we installed the heater core, the center, and the blower over there, and I left the AC bypass duct off for now because I still need to kind of figure out the fuse box location permanently and all that before we put that big plastic back on. And I do want to try to knock out the pedal assembly side, which I am doing the hydro conversion right now. And I have the pedal assembly right here. This is my old hydro conversion bracket that I made, the first one with flux core. Right, look at it, flux core. And this is the one that came out of my wagon, which I believe has been maybe my issue the whole time with the stiffness of the pedal assembly, because the slave itself didn't actually sit diagonal, which points the you know, in and outlet up. Mine in the wagon was pointed sideways, and I don't remember why I did it this way. Maybe it was a fitment issue, but I had it sideways like this, and this causes bubble in the system. And yeah, so now I'm going to probably try to utilize this bracket. It's not far off from the right hand drive to the left hand drive pedal assembly, but I'm going to modify this bracket. I am probably going to have to add material to drill out some new holes to make this nice and straight instead of, you know, sideways like this. And this is not the one that we're actually going to be using. This is a Honda clutch master cylinder, but the problem with this one is this one has the bigger like threaded portion, which doesn't fit the regular, you know, -3 fitting that goes on here, right? So I'm just using this one for mock-up, and then we'll get a brand new one, install it, hopefully try to get the pedal assembly and stuff back into the car. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and do some measurements and then modify this bracket real quick just to show you guys. This came off my right hand drive pedal assembly on the wagon, and this is USDM obviously. So I took the nut off the bolt and I threw the bracket on. Surprisingly, it actually lines up. The difference is the bottom leg right here has a 1/4 inch gap right to the bolt, and there's no threads coming out to be able to put a nut onto it. So I don't know if that's what's different with the pedal assembly. I doubt it, but it just seems like I can just cut the leg off, move it inside a little bit, so that way we can catch some threads over here. And then over here on the top side, you need to shave down this little dimple right here, because that's preventing the bracket from sitting flush on the pedal assembly itself. So I'm gonna shave that down real quick and then see what else is different that I need to modify.
Forest therapy in a forest just 10 minutes from downtown. Breathe in.
All right guys, so we are done with the hydro conversion bracket, and it is installed on the pedal assembly itself. I had to modify this old right hand drive bracket quite a bit just to make it work on the left hand drive pedal assembly, because I figured I just utilize it since it was pretty close and I don't have a hole saw to cut a new hole. So I just used the existing bracket, and let me show you guys what I did real quick. So you guys saw I did do some welding, and I actually cut off the old leg right here. If I showed you guys, it was a little too short, so I reused that leg that I cut off to add some tabs right here and right here to drill new holes to place the clutch master at an angle, so that way these guys are pointed straight up to avoid having air pocket in the system. Before I had it horizontal where these guys were pointing that way, using these two holes right here. So we're not using those anymore. And because I cut that leg off, I added a new one to give it the extra support and strength for the bracket right here. Because if you don't have this, which there are a couple of these brackets online that they sell that don't have that leg, when you step on the pedal assembly, it flexes pretty bad. So with this leg right here, it ties this square together so it doesn't flex around too much. Now I had this in the wagon just like this and it never flexed before, so I think we should be Gucci. But I originally was using that hole right there, and what that did was it pushed the bracket too far inward. And I remember on the wagon I had a bunch of spacers in here because of the length between the clevis and the end of the master right here. It was too far close. I had to use a bunch of spacers to compensate it in between. But now that I drilled a new hole an inch apart to push the bracket out, the clutch master is able to sit flush without any washers or spacer, and the clevis is halfway on the rod to give me adjustability to go in or out per clutch engagement, right? And for the most part, it is done. I won't know if this thing will flex until we get it into the car and see if we need to add a third bracket or not. I believe one of my car I did have to add a third leg, but I think the bracket was just too thin of a material. This is super thick. This is like 1/4 inch thick right here. And again, never had any issue with this in the wagon. I want to show you guys visually really quickly on how this works. When you step on the clutch, it pivots the top to push the rod in, which then pushes fluid out to your transmission to open and engage, right? So I'm going to show you guys here really quickly. I'm going to press this down. You're going to see this thing pop up. Right, so that's working. And the cool thing about this pedal assembly that I've noticed is there's supposed to have a clutch switch on the top, but because this car is an 88, it doesn't have it. So we have the provision here for the sensor, which we're not going to put on. But what this one is good for is you can put a 17, yeah, you can put a 17 in here, a bolt, and you can use it as a clutch stopper. If you have a super heavy clutch or a twin disc, you want to put a clutch stopper so you don't hyperextend your clutch setup. You can put a bolt in there and then adjust it accordingly, right? You want to find out where your engagement point is at, and then you kind of want to set your clutch stopper so you don't hyperextend the pedal and then cause transmission shifting issues, right? And I've been there, done that before. Use a clutch stopper. I hate to say that I want to continue this video till tomorrow, because I didn't get to fully finish what I wanted to do in today's video, which is to build a hydro conversion and get this whole assembly back into the car. Reason for that is because I mentioned this is the incorrect clutch master. Although it is for a Honda Civic or Integra, I don't remember where this came from. It doesn't have the correct thread pitch that I need to put the -3 line on for the clutch line, and I want to go get a new one tomorrow so that way I can put it all entirely back together, back into the car with the -3 and the line going to the bay already, and also the line and the reservoir for the fluid into the engine bay as well. I also still need to take off the bracket to clean up these edges right here, and then paint this bracket black so we can prevent it from rusting up in the future. And we'll pick back with you guys in the next clip. Guys, I spent like 30 minutes digging in my garage trying to find a clutch fluid reservoir. I swore I had one. I remember seeing it, but I just went through every box on my shelf and I can't find it. And I was trying to hook up everything, fluid and all, and run the clutch slave on the transmission to bleed it out. And then I realized on the transmission itself, there is no clutch slave, so I can't even do that. So now I really can't finish my entire task I wanted to do in this video. But you know, at the end of the day, progress is better than no progress. Pedal assembly is back in. The hydro conversion bracket is all made up. The brand new clutch master cylinder is installed with the -3 line, which is kind of long, but I can kind of suck it into the you know, cabin side to kind of shorten it up on the transmission side. But for the most part, all of that is done and out of the way. I really wanted to put the dashboard back in, but I really wanted the easy access of running the hose from the reservoir on top of the master, and also my fuel lines that are sitting behind the firewall near the clutch pedal area. So I kind of want to build all of that before I even put the dashboard back in. But honestly, I'm not in a rush to put the dashboard back in anyways. I just really want it out of the garage just so I don't chip it, break it, tip it over or whatever, because it's literally just hovering right there. You guys see that right there? Yeah. So I don't want to carry this video on too long. I'm going to take care of all the stuff that are missing when I get everything, and really just chip away at it some more, because you know, like I said, I like working from the firewall forward. So I'm trying to knock off all the stuff on the firewall and then start moving towards the engine and start getting that all prepped up so we can get that put back into the car here soon. I'm going to show you guys one more time inside the car. Pedal assembly is held on by 3 hardware. We got a nut on the top, a nut on the bottom, a 12mm bolt right here on the top, and then all the holes are perfectly aligned for when the booster comes back in. Still need to buy a brand new one. And here we have the hydro conversion bracket, the clutch master, the -3 line. I don't even know where this came from, but at least it's long enough to go to the transmission. And I have no doubt in mind this is going to work solid. I told you guys that we're not going to know if the bracket's going to flex until we put it into the car, and if you guys look, it does not flex whatsoever. Now when there is pressure in the line, we'll know then if it flexes a tiny bit or not. But I'm happy that it doesn't interfere with the top right here, because all the other ones I've ever built before, I did have to trim the top a little bit or hammer it in and trim this part right here. So if you look, kind of kissing up, but all the hardware we're able to tighten down all the way, and that right there is going to be perfect where it's at. I hate to say it, guys, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna wrap it up for this video. I'm gonna spend the rest of my evening in the cold to make a list of all the little things I need to order so we can have those on the way, so we can further make progress on the car. And also the rest of my evening, I'm gonna sew up the cloth for the back seat, because I haven't gotten to it yet. Right here, 1, 2, 3, and 4 bottom cushions all done. So I want to get this all taken care of so we can put the entire back seat together, because it's literally like, it's like 3 big pieces, and all of the clips are here on my table. I want it off my table, so I'm gonna do that all right now. But as far as this video go, I'm gonna wrap it up. I don't remember what all we did. I think we did the heater core and stuff, and the hydro conversion. That is some progress on the car for sure. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys do, if you guys did, be sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around for more progress on the car, because we're trying to make some move. We're trying to move forward with this build for sure. So if you guys want to see some more progress update on the 88 sedan, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.